All right, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Halal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Akakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to you brothers pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Coming back with another video. So now this is this area right here is in Baltimore, the Baltimore Harbor area, and I'm about to show you this this video of what's going on in the harbor area. Now, when you can read this description right here, so you have a rotten egg smell. Now, this smell is very known. It's a similar smell. If you know, if you're from Baltimore area, you'll know. There's always a joke about Dundalk. Okay, you know, it's a joke about Dundalk, how Dundalk stinks. Now, out Dundalk, there's a wastewater treatment facility, which the water, when you flush the toilet, or you you turn on your faucets in your house, all right, the water goes to a facility to be treated. And over by this facility in Dundalk, it smells like this smell. So the whole Baltimore is stinking. All right, in a sense, Baltimore stinks. So I'm gonna show you this video, and I'm gonna bring out a few scriptures, and I'm gonna end it.
And with the overnight rain and wind, many assumed, hoped, we wouldn't have to see sights like this. This photo taken near the Inner Harbor this morning of what's being called the pistachio tide, green-looking sulfur bacteria that rolls to the surface because of temperature changes. Many of you have told us about that rotten egg smell you've been dealing with because of it. So here's a live look near that same area. Not as bad as earlier this morning. WJZ spoke with the Maryland Department of the Environment about when it could get better.
It's really hard to say when it's going to go away, but I think we all know that it's going to take sort of a change in the weather to cause this, and perhaps in the next week, if we get, an inch or two of rain, that'll be just what the doctor ordered.
So Chris Laquette with MDE says the tide started around September 22nd. He also says the dry summer and the warmer temperatures help contribute to this lingering pistachio tide.
Now, see, they try to throw you off, all right, but they'll give you a little backstory. All right, a few months ago, you had there was a leak of oil into the harbor. All right, one day I was just driving down the harbor in the area, Harbor East area, and I seen a whole bunch of emergency vehicles by the bridge. There's a street, it's called Center Street, I believe. It'll take you all down to the harbor on the east side of the harbor. We call it Century Street. But there was a whole bunch of emergency vehicles, and they was by the bridge. I thought somebody jumped off there, but the next day I hear that there was an oil spill in that water, and also a couple weeks back there was a mass fish die off over there. So there's things happening over there, and the scientists, they have to come up with a story to appease the people, but I'm going to read this scripture right here. This is Isaiah 24:5. It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants. It says, under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. All right. And what you have that's supposed to clean up that river, which is the Patapsco River, which, part of the Patapsco River is the Inner Harbor. But you're supposed to have crabs, all right, and your different bottom feeders cleaning up the river, all right. And I can't say, they use, it's because you really can't say it no more, that they use all the crabs, because all the crabs are basically imported from Venezuela and other countries because they're cheaper. See, it's cheaper to import crabs, all right, from other countries and sell them in these restaurants around the city than actually have the crabs coming from the Chesapeake Bay and go to these stores. It costs more. All right, it's a higher cost to get them to the plates. of these heathen, you know. But it says the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Let me look up this word defiled. Right? That word for defiled is hinop. It's a hi, a not, and a pa. Right? So it says to be profane, be defiled, be polluted, be corrupt. Right? To be polluted, to be profane, be godless. Down here it says to soil, especially in a moral sense, corrupt, defiled. All right, the earth is corrupted. All right, because you have a wicked ruler in power. Like the scriptures say, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. This is Job 9 and 24. It says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The Most High gave the earth, the power over the earth, into the hand of the wicked. All right, and who is the wicked? The Edomites. All right, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay. And let me go to this precept. It says destroy him. Can't find. Let me. It's in the book of Revelation. Yeah, this is it right here. This is the book of Revelation 11 and 18. It says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come." All right, that's why these nations are in an uproar now. Okay, they're angry at the policy, the foreign policy of Babylon the Great. And they know that the heads of Babylon the Great are compromised. And they're doing the bidding of Amalek, the least of the flock. Okay? And they're angry. It says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets." So we're in the time, all right, where the prophets are going to be rewarded, all right, for enduring to the end. It says, "And the saints and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth." I said destroys, which destroy the earth. All right. And basically, the Edomites is a nation that they're the ones in power. They're the ones responsible. Okay. They're the ones responsible for the condition and the circumstances in which the earth is in. All right. It's defiled. The earth is defiled. All right, they don't follow the land Sabbath. They don't give the land rest. You have all of these problems. All right, and just because they think themselves to advance, just because they have technology, all right, they're just creating more problems for themselves. And you're going to see more things like this take place. All right, like the pistachio tide, which this is some type of scientific name that they put on different phenomenon that happens. All right, but it's going to come a time where there's going to be so much things happening that they're not going to be able to, put a name to what's happening. The pistachio tide. All right, but I'm going to end the video here. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to you brothers pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Until the next video, shalom.